Welcome to Living Magically. I'm your host, Magical Michelle, and this week we have a potent and powerful Capricorn full moon on the 21st. And we have a lot of other smaller transits, but this particular one is going to be the overarching energy for this week. It has a really special energy because it's technically a blue moon, and a blue moon can be two full moons in the same calendar month, or a blue moon can be two full moons in the same astrology sign. And so it mirrors the first full moon in Capricorn that was on the solstice last month. So as we come into this energy, we're really solidify what we are doing and calling in and getting this energy really, really potent. And to start earlier in the week, we have Jupiter quintile Neptune, which is going to bring spiritual and creative expansion. It's going to bring forward inspiration and idealism. It's going to bring around compassion and literally being more gentle, kind, and loving. I love that we're actually starting to do this right now because it will give us a boost for this full moon. And we're going to get very insightful. We're going to want to, we're going to be very, very theological, very philosophical. And this often brings around a change of heart. And so maybe you started something and it's time to get really clear on how that makes you feel. It's going to really, you're going to want harmony, you're going to want balance. And it's interesting because it's sort of opposite that full moon in Capricorn energy, which is an earth sign, and yet it's this full moon. And so it's about potency and goals and ambitions. So when we get those two energies intermixed in the same week, what starts to happen is our dreams and our philosophical nature mixes with our goals and our dreams and our desires, and it's our tangible coming in with our dreams and our desires. So it's a really sweet mix of the practical and the spiritual coming together this week. And as we're doing that, it's going to throw in an interesting Mars, entering Gemini, which is a very interesting mix because it increases our mental activity, and we're already thinking and expanding and looking at the bigger picture. Now we're actually looking at drive and adaptability and action and movement, but the Gemini gives us two schools of thought. And so there's this communication, there's expression of what we want and desire. We're going to be sharing that with other people. And there's a curiosity that Gemini always brings. It always wants to know the facts and all the facts, but it's also a dreamer. So here we have these energies earlier in the week that's going to be about bringing to fruition our dreams, our soul, our spirit, and it's going to bring it into our heart. And then it's with the full moon, we're going to start wanting to make things tangible. We're going to be possibly feeling a little restless this week because there's a lot, and we want to make it. We want to make it happen now. We want it. This energy is going to be a. I'm going to caution you to not act on it, but you're going to possibly want. I want it now. That's gonna happen by about the 18th of the month, where I'm gonna just caution you that what you want and what you desire, take one step and don't be stressed if everything isn't already done. Give it a plan. This is really the best way to capitalize on this is to give it some time, create a solid game plan, and take one solid answer, one action step. Give it time to see it in your mind as it already is, and see it as it is, your manifestation already true. Know that when you're in this kind of realm, it is done, it is done, it is done. Visualization and action in your own mind's eye as well as in your heart, and in this dreaming it, speaking it, writing it into being is absolutely the key. And so I brought with you, I wanted to light our Capricorn full moon candle together as we talk about this glorious Capricorn full moon. So there's magic, there's wild magic actually happening. We've had the midsummer, and this is the second full moon of this midsummer energy, which lasts about 6 weeks. And we're right between the 7-7 portal and the 8-8 portal. And next week we will have this day out of time in the galactic new year, and some other really magical things. So I just invite you to get super clear on your dreams, your goals, and your desires, and light your candle, light your flame, and make that one thing that you are wanting more than anything else in the world. It's time to actually see the attainment of your goal in a visualization. The illumination of this particular full moon will give you that second step of clarity. It is, however, going to require you to have some discipline. Sometimes that means we have to let go. Full moons give us that opportunity to release that which is not serving you. So if you are becoming something, if you are deciding this is who I'm going to be, this full moon gives you the opportunity to release the habits, the behaviors, the identity of who interferes with who you're becoming. So that's the discipline that is going to be required. If you are a multimillionaire, you need to act in a certain way. And we're acting as if, we're thinking as if, we're giving it the clarity as it is already done here in the now. And that's going to give you a drive. And one of the things that's going to get complicated around this full moon, and maybe the days directly after, is balancing your professional, your personal, your goals, your obligations, because we're going to have everything coming at you at the same time. And this Capricorn full moon is going to want you to be validated, and you're going to want to be seen as a certain type of person, and you're going to want validated. And when you do that, it could mean that you're taking away from time from that fun that we had earlier in the month, and that play. And somehow I want to try and have you harmonize that and balance it. We don't want to go to true extremes. It is the end of Cancer season this week, and so make sure that you are still harmonizing with your heart. It's full moon. Moons are ruled by Cancer. So this is a full moon at the last days of the Cancer season as we're transitioning into Leo. And so this is, do we want to be inward? There's like this conflict between inward and home and family and personality, and our goals and our personal dreams, and our professional and our outward, and our Leo that's coming in with this Capricorn Leo energy, which is about drive and success and being seen. And that's going to come out in an interesting way, as that Mars in Gemini is going to be about making sure people acknowledge you and see your value. So I think what I'm trying to say as I wrap this all up is reflect on what you really want, who you want to be, how you want to get there. Take small, potent action steps and be the version of you that already is. And that's going to put it all together as we come into this gorgeous, glorious, powerful full moon that's going to give us a lot of opportunity. And as we've done so much work this year, it is an opportunity for us to really see our manifestations take hold, to create stability in them, to create stability in our lives, to create structure and balance and harmony, because we are whole and we are already complete and we're sovereign beings living just our absolute glorious best life. So if that is helpful to you, I want you to remember that. Remember that you're a holy being. You're a sovereign being. And we'll talk more about sovereignty in Leo season, but it's starting, right? It's starting that earth energy of Capricorn, that moon energy of Cancer, and this accumulation of this beauty way. I love the wording beauty way. We're in it to be profound spiritual expression of self. And if you're struggling with all of that, I have opened up my books for a couple of private VIP days that would allow you to go a little bit deeper, just 3 hours instead of a 1 hour session. You can do this on Zoom in person, or you can do it, you can come to me and we can have some Orlando time if you're local, or if you want to visit, we can do a VIP afternoon or evening, or we can do it the same on Zoom if you wish to learn something, hone a specific skill, or just really go deep. I have opened up some places now that I have slowed down on my travel and I'm back home from all the places. And I really appreciate all of you for sort of hanging on while I did do all the travel this year. I have brought back beautiful knowledge, and I've got something really, really special cooking for this fall. In the meantime, it's probably not too late. We just started the journey with Noha to go down the Nile and do the chakra journey with the temple. So it's still a little bit, we've done one session only. So if you wanted to get in, those are a beautiful class offering that we have. And I just have a couple places left for the shaman weekend in August that I'm doing with Ms. Mechanism. We have a eclectic shaman experience, just 2 days in August, that will be hosting some in-person live shaman training. You don't have to have any experience all the way to you've had a lot of experience. It's very experiential. She brings to the table several forms of shamanism. I bring Egyptian and Celtic and fairy shamanism. She brings the Siberian and Peruvian shamanism, and we do this beautiful on the mat eclectic experience that people love. We've done it now for a few years, and we're just doing a one-time 2-day experience in August. So if that's something you're interested in, I just have a couple spots left. So in the meantime, happy full moon and enjoy the end of Cancer season. It is going to be a wild and wonderful Leo season coming up next week. So just kind of buckle into this full moon. It's always most potent 3 days before and 3 days after. The accumulation of this being on the 21st. I will do my personal work on the 20th. That'll be the day that I feel like any invoking would be at its most beneficial. But if you're doing release work, the 21st is good. And like I said, anytime this week, really, we are having that full moon getting bigger and bigger in the sky all the way till the 21st. So it's a beautiful week for magic manifestation and creating your reality to become tangible. And with all of that, I wish you an absolutely magical week. And don't forget to live magically.